Welcome to the Nanda Academy. We have separately created two videos for section A and section B for 2026 computer applications. But in this video, you will get the entire paper solved section A and section B with detailed explanation. So let's start. Let's begin section A. Question number 1 is full form of JVM. JVM is Java Virtual Machine. So your correct answer will be this. Now, which of the following occupies 2 bytes for storage? If you know char and short, these two types of data types occupies 2 bytes. So now you have to identify which of them are having 2 bytes. 25 is an integer, so this will not be there. This is a string, so will not be there. This is a float, this will again not be there. Float or double, so this is not there. Now last one, this is a backslash character. Backslash character, since it is a character, it will occupy 2 bytes, so your answer should be this. Got it? Okay, let's move to next question. In a statement C is equal to C plus x into d plus e whole bracket, which variable is an accumulator? Accumulator means what? Which accumulates the value. So which variable is continuously adding values or accumulating the values? So if you see C is equal to C plus. So this variable is continuously adding values. So your answer should be C. Which of the following is not an access specifier? So you all know public, private and protected. These are access specifier. So which is not an access specifier? So your answer should be package. Now question number 5. What is the output of the statement mat.pow 36, 6 divided by 5? So this will be 6 divided by 5 will be 1 answer. So mat.pow of 36 raised to 1. So your answer should be, and it returns what? Double value. So your answer should be 36.0. Now read the following program and segment given below. A greater than B, Z is equal to 25, else Z is equal to 35. Now we have to convert this into ternary. So if A greater than B, Z is equal to 25. But here what they have given, A greater than B assigned to 35. So this is incorrect. This will assign when it is true. That first is assigned when this is true. So this is incorrect. Now A greater than B assigning 25, else 35. So this is correct. This syntax is incorrect. Again this is incorrect syntax. So your correct answer should be A greater than B. Then we will assign Z to 25, else 35. So this is the right option. So your answer should be 2. Now question number 7 is the output of the statement system.out.println character.to uppercase b plus 2 is. Now first what we are converting, this small b we are converting to uppercase. So it will be b, this ASCII value will be, A's ASCII value is what? 65. So b will become what? 66. You have to add 2 over there. 66 plus 2, it will be 68. So your correct answer should be 68. Now let's move to question number 8. Consider the following statement. Computer, this is a class, this is an object name. Desktop is equal to new computer. Computer mainframe is equal to new computer. Now what is the question? Name the objects of the class given below. So which are those objects? Desktop and mainframe. So this is a case sensitive language. So this is not there because D is capital. Desktop and mainframe, this is the right answer. Now let's move to question number 9. The earth spins on its axis, completing one rotation in a day. The earth revolves around the sun in 365 days to complete one revolution. What is the Java concept depicted in the given picture? Now see, in a year how many days are there? 1 year is having 365 days, where earth revolves around the sun and earth rotates around herself, and then one day is having 24 hours. Now which concept is depicted? 1 year outer loop will be having for 365 days, and then one day will having 24 hours. So this is my outer loop and this is my inner loop. So loop inside loop, the concept is called nested loop. So your answer should be 3. Hope you have understood this question. Let's move to next question. Now question number 10. In the following method prototype, to accept a character, an integer, and return yes or no. What I want return type is yes or no. So what is that? Boolean will return true or false. True and true or false. So this is not there. This definitely this int and double will not be there, and yes or no are your string. So my return type should be string. In a calculator, which Java feature allows multiple methods named calculate for different operators? See, multiple methods named calculate with different operations. So which should be there? If you know the feature polymorphism, it takes same name but having different parameter. So here which feature? Multiple name calculate with different operations. So this is my polymorphism feature is going to considered over here. Now question number 12. The result of Java expression 3 plus 7 upon 2. Now first thing is, let me select pen. 3 plus 7 upon 2. So 3 plus 7 upon 2 value will be what? 3. 3.0, then answer will be 3 plus 3, 6. Now this is correct because first division will get solved. According to the hierarchy of operations in Java, addition is done first followed by division. Is this correct? No. First we are doing division, multiplication, division, modulus, all this gets first and then addition and subtraction at the end. So this statement is wrong. So your answer should be A is true but R is false. Got it? Now question number 13. What is the type of parameter to be given to the method parseInt? ParseInt, parseDouble, those are integer methods. Integer dot parseInt, all these convert string into integer. If it is integer, it is an integer. If it is a double dot parseDouble, then it is a doubles. But all these expect string as an argument. So what should be the type of parameter? String. Now let's move to question number 14. To extract the word noun from the word acknowledgement in Java statement, acknowledgement dot substring 3. Now see, the index starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now substring is what? Begin index. Substring we pass substring dot, here we pass begin index and end index plus 1. So what should be my end index now? 3, 4, 5 plus 1. So here my output should be 6. So I should write here 6. So I will get the parameters 3, 4, 5, that is now at the output. The output of the statement is string A is equal to Atasi, Adisi, Anant, Amit, Ahana. Now what I have to print? System.out.A1. So this is 0, A1 is Aditi, caret 1 is what? 0, 1. So I will write D over here, then this multiplication sign, caret 2, A2 is Anant, and then caret 2, 0, 1, 2, that is A. So D into A should be my answer. Got it? Which of the following string methods returns a negative value? Length returns positive, equals returns true or false. So this is not there, this is not there. Caret gives me the particular index position, that is char value at particular index. So this is again not there. Compare two functions, compares lexicography. So first is if this cat dot compare to bat, this will give me positive because C is greater. But if I write bat first, compare to cat, then this will give me negative value. So my answer should be, this is B comes later, C value is big, this is I think 98, 99, so this will give me negative. So my answer should be compare to function. An array with 3 elements is arranged in an ascending order as follows. Now ascending order. If order, you have only sort method to arrange it, so you have to sorting. So how, what should be? So these two options are incorrect, and this is sorting one by one. First 4 and 1 is compared, they get sorted. Then 4 and 3 get sorted. So this is what? Bubble sort. Now question number 18 is, the sales made by 5 salesmen selling 5 products is stored in 2-dimensional array. How many bytes does the array occupy? So it is a 2-dimensional array. 5 rows, 5 columns. So salesman, one salesman having 5 products. So 5 into 5, 25. And what is the, it is integer data type. So total how many values are there? 25 values, number of rows into column. And it is the integer. Int occupies how many bytes? One int occupies 4 bytes. So 24 into 4, your answer should be 100. So which should be your option? 4. The substring method modifies original string. The substring method can extract part of a string starting from a specific index. Substring method extracts the part. So that means your reason is correct, but it is not modifying the original string. Original string remains the same. So your answer should be A is false, but R is true. So this should be your answer. So last MCQ. In constructor overloading, all constructors should have the same class, same name as that of class, but have a different set of what? In overloading, what happens? It is having the same name but having different set of parameters. So your answer should be this. So let's start section 2 question A, which is short questions. Rewrite the program segment for using a for loop. Now this is while loop is given. Initialization done is int a is equal to 5, b is equal to 10. You can do it outside for loop or inside for loop as well. Int a is equal to 5, b is equal to 10. First step is done. For, you will write this because initialization done is here. The condition b greater than 0 you will write here. In the while loop, b is equal to b minus 2, that shorthand operator, you have to write it over here, b is equal to b minus 2. And then after that, system.out.println statement a into b. Got it? Very simple question. Now evaluate the Java expression. Now let's start. First write this same equation. What we have given, x is equal to a into b modulus operator plus c plus a plus minus b. Now this a is value is 7, b value is 8, modulus c plus c. This is now immediately you have to increment, so it will become 3, plus a you have to increment, it is 7, it will become 8, plus minus b, that is it will become 7. So now let's start. X is equal to 56 modulus 3 plus 8 plus 7, you can directly, or you write just 8 and 7. Now what will first modulus? It will remain what? How much the remainder? 56 divided by 3. The remainder is 2 plus 8 plus 7. So your answer 2 plus 8 will be 10. 10 plus 7 is 17. So this should be your answer. Got this question? Question number 2. 3. Write a Java expression to find out. Let's select pen. To find out the sum of cube root of x. How you will write cube root of x? Mat.cbrt of x. Sum is plus to with whom? Absolute value of y. So math dot absolute of y. So this should be your Java expression. Mat.cbrt of x plus mat.absolute of y. Now users must be above 10 years to open operated bank account. Write Java using ternary operator and store the result, the eligibility message, in a string variable named id status and print it. So first you have to write a ternary operator, and second this you have to print this result. Store the result in variable string. You will write string id status is equal to what? I will say age greater than 10 years, ternary. If yes, then I will say the message I will store. This id status is equal to eligible, else I will say no, non-eligible. I will just write the message as non-eligible. And what I have to print it? So what should be I write? System dot out dot println. I will write this id status. This will give you 2 marks. Now let's move to next question. Give the output of the following program statement. String s is gracious, substring 4. Now what is this? Gracious. If I say gracious, substring 4, index starts from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So what should be output your? Here s will be IOUS. Now system.out.println glamorous ends with s. What is in s is IOUS. Now is glamorous is ends with IOUS? No, it is ending with ROUS. So your output will be what? It ends with s? No, it should be then false. Now this is false. Give the output of the following program statements and make and mention how many times the loop is executed. Now it starts with k is equal to 1, and inside do while loop k is increased by 2 times. So k is equal to k plus 2. Here k will become 3 and your iteration will be 1. So this will be your first iteration. Now during second iteration what will happen? Now k is equal to 3. It will become k plus 2 is 5. Now third iteration will be k is equal to 7, and initially when it entered in the loop it was 5. So k is less than or 6. Now the loop will not execute. This loop will not execute after third time because the value has become k's value is greater than 6. So your answer should be the how many times the loop will execute. It will be 3 times. Let me write over 3 times loop will get execute and k value will be 7. The following program segment calculates and displays the factorial of a number. So what is the factorial of a number? For example, 5 factorial. So what I have to do? 5 factorial is 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5. Now this is n is equal to 5. F is equal to what? There we have to okay. Name the type of error, if any, correct the statement to get the desired output. What they have written, f is equal to 0. For loop it has n, p greater than 0, p minus minus. So from 5 it will be 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 it will get executed. F is equal to f into p. So this is correct, this is correct. But f is what? They have initialized it to 0. Any number multiplied by 0, it will give me 0 output. So what is the error? F is equal to 0 is, so you can say f is equal to 0. This error is what? This program will get executed but you will get answer 0. So this is the name the error. You can say this is a logical error and identify the error. F should be initial. F you have to write f should be 1 and not 0. 0 initialization for f. Initialization for f. Now let's move to next question. This is a two-dimensional array. Write the index of the maximum element and the index of the minimum element of an array. So let me put this way. First row. This is a two-dimensional array. 4, 5, 7, 2, 19, 4 and 7, 4. I have written this array in a different way. For example, just try to make you understand. Now what is the maximum element? This maximum element is 19 and minimum, so this is the maximum element and this is your minimum element. So you have to identify the error. 0, 1, 2. So my row number is 0. My column number is 1 for maximum. And for minimum, my row number is 1 and my column number is 1. 0. So see, this is 0. Row number 0, row number 1, row number 2 and row number 3, and this is my 0, 1 column. So my minimum, my row number is 1 and my column number is also 1. So you got it. So for maximum element, my index should be 2, 0 and for minimum it will be 1, 1. Now the given program segment swaps the first element and second element using without using third variable. If it has been third variable, you could have easily done it. It is little bit tricky. Now what we will do it, we will just have some multiplication step. First step, x of 0 is equal to x of 0 multiplied by x of 1. So this step will give me, this x of 0 is 4 into 8. Now in x of 0 they have written, so I want x of 1. So now this x of 1 will should be my 4. So what, to get this 4, what I have to do? I will divide this x of 0, which is 32, divided by, I will write, I need 4 over here. Correct, my answer should be 4. So I will do the division along with this x1 itself. So I will write x of 0 divided by x1. So this should be my answer. This will give me 32 divided by 8. It will give me 4. And last step they have already given x of 0 is equal to x of 0 divided by x of 1. Now my x of 1 is changed. It is 32 divided by 4. It will give me 8. So now this is swapped values. Got it? Now the question, last question of question section A, question 2. Name the following. The return data type of the method equals. You all know the return functions is return data type is boolean. It returns true or false. So equals returns return data type is boolean. The string method which has no parameter and returns a string. There are multiple methods you can write. For example, string dot to uppercase. You can write this method, or else you can write string dot to lowercase. Remember, you write this upper and this small. And else you can write this string dot trim function also, which removes your leading and trailing spaces, and they don't have no parameter, they don't require any parameter. So got it? Let's move to next section B. Hope you are able to see this screen. Let's try to understand the program first. Define a class named step tracker. First we will read entire the program and we will see the solution over here. Step tracker with the following specification. String name stores the user. Member variables are having string name, integer sw stores the steps walked by the user, double cb is the estimated calories burned, and double kilometer stores the estimated distance walked in kilometers. So these are all member variables. You have to initialize them within the class. So first step, what? Then member methods are there. Methods void accept, input the name and steps walked using scanner class methods only. Void calculate, calculates calories burned and distance in kilometer based on steps walked. This metric calculation formulas, we have to do calculate calories burned. Calories burned is equal to steps walked into 0.04 and distance kilometer steps walked divided by 1300. 1300 steps is approximately 1 kilometer. So distance walked is distance covered by walking is steps walked upon 1300. Now in display another method, we have to display the parameters calories burned which we have calculated and distance in kilometer and user's name, so which we have taken over here. Write a main method to create an object of the class and invoke the method. Now see, in method accept you have to take using scanner class. So you first step is you have to import scanner, import java.util.scanner. Now public class, the name of the class is written as step tracker. So we have written public class steps tracker. Then you have to define all member variables. Which were those member variables? String name, which initialize at blank, SW is the total number of steps walked. 0, it is an integer. Double CB and double kilometer 0.0. This is calories burn and distance walked. So have you understood how member variables have written? Fine. Now let's move to the methods. Method void accept input name and steps. What I need? Two parameters, name and steps. So first we have to define a scanner object. Scanner SC is equal to new scanner. Scanner class is first defined. New class, new scanner system.in. Then you have to enter username and steps walked. So these parameters, name is equal to sc.next line because it is a string variable, and steps walked, it is integer, so you have written sc.next in. Hope you have understood both. This name and sw steps walked we will store in these two variables. Now another method, calculate calories, distance, calories burn and distance in kilometer based on steps walked. So formula you have given, calories burn CB is equal to what? Steps walked into 0.04. We have used same, kilometer is equal to steps walked divided by 1300. Very simple, just use these formulas. Then display, you have to display this name which has been stored, username plus name, calories burn plus CB, distance traveled in kilometer plus kilometer. So this display method is also written. Now you have to write a main method to create an object. So we have defined one main method, public static void main. Then you will create a class object, step tracker. Obj is equal to new step tracker, and using these objects we are going to call these three methods: accept, calculate and display. Got it? Now let's move to the second program. Write a program to accept designation of 100 employees in a single dimensional array. Accept designation from the user and print the total number of employees with the designation given as user input. So you have to first, in an array, single dimensional array, you have to accept 100 elements and give one key value which needs to be searched for the designation and count the number of occurrences of particular designation. So first thing is import java.util.scanner. Class we have defined as employee designation, public static void main. In main you will write scanner object is created, scanner SC is equal to new scanner, design designation is one array of 100 elements, new string elements. So it's a string array of 100 elements. Count is 0, one counter we will use, and the string key, the designation to be searched. You can just have 0 less than 100 for loop. You will get this array, all the designations will you will read, and now you will search the designation which needs to be searched. You will give that through a scanner input sc.next line, and for the 0 to 100 element you will check this designation of I equals key, how many designations of manager or shape trainees, it will get counter plus plus. So if you enter manager over here, it will give me number of manager. So total employees with designation plus key we will say, and the count. So key is suppose for trainee, if I give, I will get the count here. So hope you have understood this program as well. Let's move to next program. Now let's move to the question number 5, third program. Write a program to accept two-dimensional integer array of order 4 into 5. हमें क्या करना है, एक टू डायमेंशनल एरे लेना है 4 into 5. Check if it is a sparse matrix or not. Now what is sparse matrix? Let's try to understand. A matrix is considered to be sparse if the total number of zero elements is greater than the total number of non-zero elements, print appropriate messages. So first what you have to do, you have to read all this 4 into 5 array using scanner object. We will have a nested loop to read the array, and you will calculate number of zero element and non-zero elements, and if zero elements is greater, then you will say it is a sparse matrix, else you will say it is not a sparse matrix. So just try to understand the program which I have written. Import java.util.scanner. This is array second program. First program is already written for single dimensional array, so I just given the name as array underscore 2. Now public static void main scanner sc new scanner. You will define array which is integer array of 2-dimensional 4 into 5. Then calculate number of zeros, int zeros, non-zeros is integer non-zeros. Accept 2-dimensional 4 into 5 array I 0 I less than 4 I plus plus, inside that j is equal to 0 j less than 5 j plus plus. You will read this array, and while reading only you can store the 0 or non-zero. So if this value is 0, you will have zeros plus plus, else you will have non-zeros plus plus. After this entire reading array of 4 into 5 size, you will just print the number of zeros, print the number of non-zeros. If 0 is greater than non-zero, 0 element is greater than non-zero, then you will print this is a sparse matrix, else it will not be a sparse matrix. Hope you have understood the program, how we have converted it. Just read the array in scanner using nested loop, and while reading itself you can just check whether it is equal to 0 or non-zero. Increment particular counters, and after the entire for loop you just check if zeros counter is greater than non-zeros, you will print that it is a sparse matrix, else it is not a sparse matrix. Slowly we are coming to the end of the programs. Question number 6. Write a program to accept a number. It is a number program now. And it is a mark number or not. A number is said to be marked when sum of the squares of each digit is an even number. So first you have to do the square of each digit and find out the sum and check whether it is even number or not. So 3 steps are given. Let's, as well as the last digit of the sum and the last digit of the number is given the same. For example, n is equal to 246. Square of all the digits is 56. Then this sum's last digit is what? 6. Original number last digit is also 6. Since both are same, you will say this is a mark number. Now see, first step what we have done, import java.util.scanner because you want to read a number, public class mark number, then we will have a main method, then you will create a scanner object, scanner sc is equal to new scanner system.in. Now we will enter a number, you give a prompt system.out.println and enter a number. This prompt is having marks, so do not forget to give a prompt while before you accept a number. Int nnum is equal to sc.next. So this so far so clear how you will read a number. Now if the last digit of this number, just try to store as a one variable in ld last digit is equal to num modulus 10. See, any number, if I do the divide by 10 and if I take the modulus remainder of it, it will give me the last digit. So I will take this as last digit. individual digit we will get within a for loop for that particular number. So while num greater than 0, individual digit you will get d is equal to num modulus 10. Sum plus sum is what? Square of each digit. So do the square and then add it. And this num you will change every time by num modulus 10. Num, sorry, not modulus, num divided by 10. So that you will get the digits from unit place till the unit place, tens place, hundred place, etc. Now this, after this entire loop gets over, you will have all the digits sum. Now if this sum of digits is equal to my last digit, what they have shown, if this sum is equal to, see, sum of the square is an even number, sum of square of each digit is an even number, so this sum should be what? Is equal to even number. How you will get the even number? If the remainder, if that number is divided by 2 and remainder is 0, so sum modulus 2 gives me remainder 0, it is an even number. So this first condition. Secondly, you think the last digit of square of the number sum. So last digit of the sum is what? Sum modulus 10 will give me one last digit. For example, here if 56, my last digit is 6. If I divide by 10, my last remainder is 6. So this is my last digit. So this sum modulus 10 is equal to my this original number's last digit, LD, and this sum is equal to 0. Then we will say it is a mark number. See how many conditions are there. Now let me try to write it so that you will understand it more better. Sum of squares of each digit. In while loop, you will get each digit num modulus 10. You will get sum of those digits, square of those digits. So that is why you are doing d into d. And num you have to change every time. Num greater than 0 instead of num is equal to num modulus divided by 10. So this loop will get executed. You will get each digit. You will calculate the sum. Original number, we are storing that last digit before we enter here in num, because num will keeps on changing. So just try to get this last digit of original number, store it in another variable. If you think this sum modulus 10 is equal to, it should be a even number, so it should be, sorry, for even number it is sum modulus 2 is equal to 0, and this is equal to the last digit of the original number. Last digit of sum is sum modulus 10 is equal to last digit of original number. Then you will say this is 2. Try to understand. This value is sum modulus 2 is equal to 0. Then you will say this is a mark number, else it is not a mark number. Hope you have understood this. See how this number programs I have explained in a different video also. How to write this number programs. Now question number 7. Define a class to overloader method program to print this format in a nested loops 1 2 3 4 5 2 3 4 5 3 4 5. So I will explain you how it is written. Integer format string, where you will pass this string and you will print the output of this ASCII codes, each value, integer value of this characters of this string, and this format, another method format int. So this is overloading. Format with no parameter, format with string parameter, and format with integer parameter. So you will pass an integer value and n into n plus 1 divided by 2, that you have to print it. Now just try to understand java.util.scanner. You will first format method without parameters. There are nested loop, I is equal to 1 2 3 4 5, outer loop. Then inside loop, what you are happening, I is equal to 1 till 5. Then I will become 2, then till 5. I will become 3, 5. So how this inner loop is here? J is equal to I till j less than or equal to 5 j plus plus, and you have to just print the value of j. Hope you have understood this pattern programs. I will create another video for this to explain in detail. Another method format where we will pass string parameter. You will get each character, you will convert it in using integer value, calculate the sum of each character integer value and return that integer, return that sum. So this is expected in this format string s. Third overloading method was format with parameter integer n. You will pass, you will have sum is equal to n into n plus 1 divided by 2, and you have to just print this value n into n plus 1 divided by 2. Now there is a main method which you will create an object of the class overload 2026. Using this object you will call the all these method. Format with no parameter, format with, here you need to pass the string, so you will read it using scanner class, and same way you will get the integer value, read it as scanner and call this method. Hope you have understood this program as well. Now this is the last program. Write a program to accept a word and print a symbolic accepted word. Symbolic word is formed. What is symbolic word is explained over here. Symbolic word is formed by extracting the characters from the first consonant. Sometimes they ask with first vowel, but here they have asked first consonant, and then add characters before the first consonant accepted word. So you have to reverse. First you have to pick a string which is starting with consonant, and then add the characters, all the characters before that consonant. For example, let's understand this is this example is given is airways. Now your first consonant is R, so you will take this airways first, and then these two characters before R will come at the end, and at the end you have to add the string ends with TR, so you have to add this TR. So how you will do this and how the logic will get built? See, string starts with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now you have to identify the position of first consonant. Take the substring from this letter to this till end, and then you have to add this. So what we have done it, get the scanner to read the string. You have created scanner object, then you have read it and just try to convert it into uppercase letter. Now this C index is the first index of consonant, which as I have initialized it to 0. We will read the string, each character from the string inside for loop. Then if you get this, I just made one string as a E, I, O, U, vowel string index. Index of function is used, and where I will use less than 0. Less than 0 is -1. If any character is not between this, it will return me -1. So I am comparing it with -1, and that is my first consonant index. C index is equal to I. Now if as soon as I get that first consonant, I will break this loop, and how I will form a new string. New string is equal to now this str dot substring C index. Now my C index is 2, for example here. Till end, what I will do it, till end substring C index, I will use only this function. I will give one index, and till end it will get all the characters. Plus I will have str dot substring of 0 to C index. Now I want to print these two characters. So I will give 0 till this index. So it will get less than 1. End index minus 1. So 0 and 1 will get printed over here. And at the end I have to add this tr string. So I have added that, and system.out.println new str. So hope you have understood this program as well. Now here the example airways, and the output looks like this. Thank you very much for watching the video. If you are interested online classes, let us know in the comment box. We will share the details with you. Thank you once again.